So this weekend's going to be nearly to my 2-year mark, and hopefully everyone can camp outside or inside for Max's big camp out.
What do you hope this weekend will achieve, and how bowled over are you by just the reaction you've had over the last 2 years now?
I'm hoping this weekend will be just a great experience for people just to go out, have some fun with their friends, and hopefully lots of money will be raised as well. So it's going to be exciting to see how it goes.
What's the last 2 years been like when, people must be asking you what it's like to sleep outside for that long? What kind of stories are the ones that you normally share with them?
We've had a lot of horrible winds and lots of horrible storms. We've had lots of wildlife managed to get around the tent, what's been a bit of a pain in the butt, unfortunately. But I would say one of the most difficult things has been trying to pitch up a tent in a storm.
And it's been more than one tent. Can you just talk me through how many tents are you through? What kind of animals, in fact, have been causing you problems?
So with the animals, we've had a pheasant chase me around a garden once, which was a bit of a kind of scary thing, to be honest, because they are quite quick. We've had red ants coming for a midnight feast, but unfortunately me. We've had lots of spiders, snails get in the tents. We've had slugs. Oh, slugs a pain in the butt. Since when I go outside to go in the tent, I normally go barefooted, and there's millions of slugs on the floor, and I've stepped over at least 15 slugs now. And it's just revolting to step on them. You just got this little slimy thing under your foot.
What keeps you going outside? And I remember a year ago we were talking about, how long you were going to do this for, and your mum didn't expect another winter, certainly. We're now approaching the 2-year mark. Have you achieved what you set out to do? Because you must be incredibly proud, and you've raised so much money now.
I think it's been an amazing achievement because I only ever set out to go for 1 week, and now we're nearly at 2 years. I've only set up to raise over £100, and now I've raised over hundreds of £1,000. So it's just been a great experience, and I think that all the money that's going to the North Devon Hospice is well deserved because they are the true people, the true heroes who do make things better for hundreds of people.
You've had so many celebrity endorsements, haven't you? Can we just talk through some of the people that have got in contact with you, the contacts you've been able to make over the last 2 years?
We've met some amazing people, lots of my heroes. So Johnny Wilkinson sent videos. Luckily I've met the ex of the Chiefs. I've met Bear Grylls. We've met Harry Kane. There's been a whole bundle of people that I've met who are just absolutely amazing. And I think that I just can't thank you, the people, enough for sparing their free time to meet me.
So is this it after 2 years? Is that, you've achieved more than, like you say, you expected by 104 weeks, I think. You're 103 weeks over your original target. Are we coming to the end now? What are you going to have a conversation with your family? Is that the expectation?
So I'll still be outside, but if we do have to do something like go up to London again, instead of having to try and find somewhere with a balcony, I will if only for a night, I'll come in for a night and then be outside the next day. So if it is one of those times, like if we go on a holiday and it is going to be a pain in the butt to try and find somewhere where I can camp, I'll go in for a night or two and then be outside the next night.
I think you're an inspiration. What you've done is amazing, and it's so kind-hearted and so genuine. I'd like to ask your mum a couple of questions. It doesn't sound like he's coming in immediately. You must be starting to. You think that he can't spend the rest of his life outside, surely? Although, are you starting to wonder that? What's going through your mind at the moment?
Well, obviously, we are wondering at what point he will come in. I'm sure, his future wife will make him come in at some point. But seriously, it is very strange having him out there. It's been 2 years and, he's only 12 years. So that's, sort of 1 night in 6 of his life has been spent under canvas, which is remarkable. But now he's at secondary school, and for us, he's happy out there and he's probably sleeping better because he's out there, and realistically, he's only got a torch, some books, a couple of teddies, a roll mat. So there's very few distractions, whereas I think if he was in the house, there's going to be more distractions, and he probably wouldn't sleep as well. So we're quite happy for him to just carry on, but at least now we can start to plan things as a family and know that he will come inside if we wanted to sleep in a hotel or, you know, go away somewhere.
And to be honest, I get much better sleep out there because my parents snore too much. It's way too much. It's just storms will keep me up less than they will.
Thanks.
But you must be incredibly proud, and are you just still bowled over by how much has been raised, and also just the way this has galvanized support for the hospice?
We're absolutely blown away with the amount that he's managed to raise. And I think what he did was really important during lockdown and COVID, because he highlighted the fact that these charities were struggling and actually their fundraising had been cut. So the events weren't happening, the charity shops had to close. So, you know, the hospice, their funding was cut by about £1 million. So actually, without Max's support, there would have been redundancies, there would have been bed cuts, and that would have been horrendous. But I think the other thing that he's really taught us in this time is that children are capable of far more than we think. You know, he asked off of his own back if he could start this adventure, and we said no. And then he continued to ask, and we let him have a go. And I think certainly for me, I can be quite a controlling parent, as many can. You're busy and it's just easier to do things your way. But actually, I think I'm far more inclined now to listen to him and let him have a go at something. And I think that's been a really important lesson for all of us.